towards all of you. They've asked me to thank you all for being here. Some of you have traveled a great distance. All of you have been generous with your time and support. People often equate wedding guests with an audience, but your role here is one of great importance. Marriage vows are made before witnesses, because to do so makes those promises part of our shared reality. It is a great gift to give to John and Kelly by bearing witness for them today. So, in the spirit of being present and truly witnessing this moment, please make sure that all the volume on your cell phones and any electronic device is off. Our couple has also requested that no one post pictures during the ceremony. Okay, now I declare that the wedding planning is complete and the celebration begins. Please stand to welcome the bride and her mother, Cheryl. Please be seated. So welcome to Kelly and John. Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You know, you don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing on stage, looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at by pretty much everyone who has meant anything to you in the past 20 years. We share this experience with those here and those before us who have helped us to shape who we are. Legacy is important to Kelli and John. Today, Kelli is honoring her family by having a piece of her Nana and mother's wedding dress wrapped around her bouquet. So why do we do all this? The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have had thousands of important moments that have happened throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical. We acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. So why this moment? Despite all of our differences, love is what we share. It's the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing: love is what we're doing right. That's why you're both standing here. And that's why you're all here watching them stand up here. We have all been loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment, we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here have had our own love stories. Some are short, others long, some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad and disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. So today is also a celebration for the rest of us, for it is a pleasure for us to see love in bloom and to participate in the union of two people so delightfully suited to one another, and to have a couple cocktails in the process. The Dalai Lama said, "My religion is very simple. I believe in kindness, and this basic human truth is what Kelli and John have learned from their families. It is how they live their lives." Kelli said that they both prefer to be the best versions of themselves and treat people with respect and kindness. Keeping that in mind, please join in a blessing. Our hearts are filled with great happiness on this wedding day of Kelli and John. They have come before us all, pledging their lives and their hearts to one another. Grant that they may ever be true and loving, living together in a way that shall ever nurture the soul of their marriage. Temper their hearts with kindness and help them to be sweethearts, helpmates, friend, and guide, so that together may they meet the cares and problems of life more bravely. May their home truly be a place of love and harmony. Bless their wedding day and surround them and us with your love now and always. Amen. A marriage begins by joining husband and wife together, but the relationship between two people, however deep at the moment, needs to develop and mature with the passing years. For this, it must be held firm in the web of family and community relationships. An ancient proverb tells us that people who lack the knowledge of their past are like a tree without roots. We are tied to previous generations by birth and marriage. Native American writer Linda Hogan writes in her poem, Walking, "Suddenly all my ancestors are behind me. Be still, they say, watch and listen. You are the result of the love of thousands." So many people have helped John and Kelli come to this moment. Some are here and some are far away, and some are even in heaven. All of us, the beloved Mr. Rogers used to say, have special ones who have loved us into being. People who have helped us and wanted what was best for us in life. Unfortunately, not all these special ones are here with us today. Kelli and John, please close your eyes. As we share the beginning of John and Kelli's new life together, let us also take a moment to remember with fondness those unable to be with us here today, but are here with us in spirit. We are thinking of Kelli's papa, Robert Swiderski, who should be watching from Arizona if the video link worked. And also Kelli's grandma, Jean Bidstrom, who hopefully is also watching from Illinois. Both can no longer travel. Hi, Papa and Grandma. We also remember today Kelli's Nana, Carol Swiderski, and her grandpa, Robin Bidstrom. Kelli's father, Rob, is not here with us today, but Kelli loves him and knows that he is here in her heart. John's grandparents are no longer with us, and we remember them today. Chester and Margaret Zimney, and Paul and Jean Messner. With your eyes still closed, John and Kelli, please turn and face your guests. Now open your eyes. This is your present, both in the sense of time that it is a gift that you have here for you today. These are your loved ones and your community. They are here for you to support you and to encourage your dreams. Now face each other and look at what is your future. The promises and vows that will be said today will guide you for years to come. Many, many things will happen to you as the years go by, but knowing that each of you is there for the other will sustain you every day into the future. This is your past, your present, and your future. Charles Schulz, yes, of the Peanuts gang, said, "In life, it's not where you go, it's who you travel with." He knew a lot more about life than just introducing us to the lovable loser Charlie Brown. So did John and Kelli. Adventure is a huge part of their life together. From their first date at the library bar in Philadelphia to today, Kelli and John seek out experiences that will engage them and will get them out to the world and into nature. It's about being together and celebrating what makes them happy. They venture back to the library bar every year for the first date anniversary. Certainly, Kelli has traveled to many places given what she does for a living. But it's the time that they are together that they both love. Whether it's to a national park or just being at home in bed covered in blankets watching a favorite show, John and Kelli love being with each other, creating new memories and caring for each other. TBT, aka Tiny Bear Tourist, has been known to travel a lot as well. Kelli helps him record his adventures on Instagram. Kelli loves that John usually gives into her whims, including Kelli still wanting stuffed animals in her bedroom. When it was time for the big question, what better way for John to surprise Kelli but by going to the first national park that they ever went to together, Valley Forge. Kelli loves to get the visitor's stamps in the NPS passport book. John contacted the park rangers at Valley Forge to set up the proposal. John had a custom-made stamp which read, "Kelli, will you marry me?" with the date 7/28/23. Kelli saw what she thought was just a new stamp to add to her passport book, but once she read it and then saw that John was down on his knee, holding the ring, she knew this wasn't any ordinary stamp. She, of course, said yes. It's the goal of both Kelli and John to make lots of new memories and go on many adventures together. They are working towards having their own home, an adventure of its own, and they want to have a dog and 2 goats to share this adventure called life with. Every mountaintop is within reach if you just keep climbing, said by Barry Finley. John and Kelli, we know that you will be setting out on all kinds of adventures on your journey together. John and Kelli have a special relationship with their parents. John says that his parents shaped him into the person that he is today. He attributes everything from his love of learning and his sense of humor to his moral compass and his general outlook on life to his parents. At this time, I'd like to invite John's mom, Elizabeth, to join us and read from 1 Corinthians.
A reading from 1 Corinthians. If I speak in tongues of men and angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For I shall know fully, for now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love. Word of life, word of God, thanks be to God.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for such timeless reading. In honor of their moms, John and Kelly would like to present a flower to each of their moms as a sign that they mean to them. We associate so much with flowers, and some of the most known is how beautiful and classic they are. Flowers symbolize love, honor, faith, and wisdom, all attributes that Kelly and John's parents exhibit and have passed on to their children. John and Kelly would like to present Elizabeth with a carnation flower. The carnation is symbolic of a mother's love and a child's appreciation. So don't worry, we haven't forgotten about Kelly's mom. We'll be giving her a flower later in the ceremony. A commitment to marriage is made in the deepest sense possible to the exclusion of all others. It is entered into with the desire, the hope, and the firm intention that it will last forever. John, the woman whose hands you hold loves you very much. She's smart and beautiful, loving and kind, thoughtful and driven. You love her sense of humor, her outlook on life, and especially her desire for adventure and fun. Kelly is willing to try anything and is fearless, in some instances which you find to be amazing. Kelly shows you how much she loves you in so many ways, but it's mostly the thoughtful little things and her unwavering support. You share that it's the things like fixing a hem on your pants before you even ask for help, or when Kelly orders your favorite takeout food, or when you're having a bad day. That really stands out for you. You love doing everything together, like chores for each other, or when you cook for Kelly, and even when you take care of each other when one of you is down. These things don't feel like just routine necessities, because you are doing them together and for each other. Kelly is your partner in all senses of the word, and the one that you want to be around no matter what. This is the woman who you feel destined to be with, the one who always makes you feel seen, heard, and understood, and who always expects the best from life, has the biggest plans, and encourages you being the very best self, because you know you're part of her vision for life. These are the hands that will craft the life with you and build a home with you. These are your hands that will hold tight to yours on all your adventures and will smooth away the years as you grow old together. You must keep your heart open and turn toward her. Your life and your love will be Kelly's greatest source of joy. Kelly, the man whose hands you hold loves you very much. He's caring and passionate in a quiet way and hardworking. He knows how to be playful, and with your help, he always has an eye toward the next best thing and the next big plan for the two of you. He loves time at home with friends and family, sometimes playing D&D or board games. But he's just as ready to jump into an adventure. John accepts you for you. You don't have to filter yourself. He brings out the best in you. He is truly your life partner in all senses of the word. You are thankful for any time you get to share with him, since your job takes you away for 4 days at a time. It's your priority to make sure that John is happy and comfortable. These are the hands that will continue to craft a life with you. These are the hands that will hold tight to yours in all of your adventures and will smooth away the years as you grow old together. You must keep your heart open and turn toward him. Your life and love will be John's greatest source of joy. Kelli and John, as you stand here with the one you love in the presence of all your witnesses, I ask you to state your intentions. John and Kelli, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage? If so, answer, we do. Will you love and honor each other as husband and wife for the rest of your lives? If so, answer together, we will. John, do you take Kelli to be your wife, your partner in life, and your one true love? Will you cherish your union and love Kelli more each day than you did the day before? Will you trust and respect Kelli, laugh with her and cry with her, loving her faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles that you may face? From this day forward, do you give her your hand, your heart, and your love always and forever? Kelli, do you take John to be your husband, your partner in life, and your one true love? Will you cherish your union and love John more each day than you did the day before? Will you trust and respect John, laugh with him and cry with him, loving him faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles that you may face together? From this day forward, do you give him your hand, your heart, and your love always and forever? TET has to be great. John and Kelli, you have chosen to seal your commitment with these two rings. The ring is the outward and the visible sign of an inward and a spiritual bond that unites two loyal hearts in partnership. For thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their vows. They are worn on the third finger because of an ancient Greek belief that a vein from that finger connected directly to the heart, thus symbolizing the depth and sincerity of love. The ring is the symbol of the commitment that binds these two together. There are two rings because there are two people, each to make a contribution to the life of the other and to their new life together. John, please place the ring on Kelli's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love, my faith in our strength together, and my promise to learn and grow with you. Your turn. Please put this on John's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love, my faith in our strength together, and my promise to learn and grow with you. As we take in all that's happening, let's also look around and appreciate all that is surrounding us in nature, even though we're indoors, we're certainly surrounded. Being outside and enjoying all that our world has to offer is one of John and Kelli's greatest pleasures. Today's event certainly is amongst one of the most significant and memorable occasions of their lives. As with any journey or experience, they'll have their memories, but for Kelli and John, it wouldn't be the same without an indelible mark to remember this very special day. Kelli and John have brought their stamped passports here to seal this day with a unique stamp that they created for their wedding. So I'd like to invite you all to stand here. So I'm going to invite Kelli and John to enthusiastically imprint their wedding stamp onto their passport books. You should see these books, they're pretty cool. So now I'd like to invite Kelly's mom, Cheryl, to join us to read The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman.
I will love you forever, whatever happens, till I die and after I die, and when I find my way out of the land of the dead, I will drift about forever, all my atoms, till I find you again. I'll be looking for you every moment, every single moment, and when we do find each other again, we'll cling together so tight that nothing and no one will ever tear us apart. Every atom of me and every atom of you will live in birds and flowers and dragonflies and pine trees and in clouds and in those specks of light you see floating in sunbeams. And when they use our atoms to make new lives, they won't just be able to take one. They'll have to take two, one of you and one of me.
Thank you, Cheryl, for that really beautiful reading that is in keeping with Kelly and John's love of nature. So Kelli wanted to specifically thank her parents and grandparents for the sacrifices they made and the help that they gave while she was growing up to make sure that she could get to where she is today. To Cheryl, Kelli appreciates how hard you work to make sure that she and her sister had all that they needed. She attributes her disposition to you, Cheryl. Kelli and John would like to present you with a carnation, and as we've said, our carnation symbolizes a mother's love and a child's appreciation. So as the ceremony comes to a close, John and Kelli, I want to use your own words and sentiments to share wishes and dreams for the future. For all the years to come, we intend to never forget where we started and never lose sight of where we are going. We wish to continue to have the same love for one another that we do in these moments. We want to remember that life is short and that we can manage all the challenges of life as long as we do it together. We pledge to put one another first and care for one another, remembering that it can all be taken away tomorrow. We endeavor to keep living a life full of excitement and new experiences and lots of travel. We will continue to appreciate our amazing friends and family. We will voluntarily choose each other every single day. And most of all, we will strive to live a long, healthy life, grateful for all we have and all we are, and to do it side by side. You have made promises to each other and you've exchanged rings as a symbol of your love. I now declare your union to be complete. On behalf of all of us gathered here, I extend to you our good wishes, our friendship, and our love and support of the commitment that you have made to each other. May your love deepen and grow through all the experiences that life has to offer you. Kelli and John, having witnessed your vows for marriage with all who are assembled here, and by the authority vested in me, I announce with great joy that you are husband and wife. John, you may kiss your bride. Mr. and Mrs. Messer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Elmwood Park Zoo. Hope everybody enjoyed your cocktail hour and hors d'oeuvres. My name is Scott from Shaver Sound Productions. I'll be your DJ and MC this evening. Oh, how's everyone doing tonight? Let me hear you. Let's make some noise. Come on. And keep that noise going. I'd like to ask everyone, please direct your attention to the entranceway. It is now my pleasure to introduce the bridal party and honored guests. Starting things off, let's hear it for all the parents coming in as a group. Let's hear it for the bride's mother, Cheryl Bistrup, and the groom's parents, Thomas and Elizabeth Hesner. It is my pleasure to introduce the bridal party. Starting things off, let's have a nice round of applause for Melissa Stout, escorted by Ryan Parsons. And now let's have a nice round of applause for Rachel Lesnar, escorted by Keith Sten and Carl Cordozo. My pleasure to introduce Emily Lyon, escorted by Russ Weidenmiller. And now a big round of applause for Hallie Gozy, escorted by Matt Parsons. Thank you, Ben. We have two important people in the crowd. Let's have a nice round of applause for the maid of honor and the Amy Bistrup with the next person, Sarah Mester. And now, if you're able to, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise. It is my pleasure to introduce you. Let's have a big round of applause for the bride and groom. Let's hear it for Mr. and Mrs. Messner. Oh, come on. Let's hear it for Kelli and John. Congratulations. Let's hear it for them. All right, we're going to dance the first dance as husband and wife.
Oh, I hope you know I will carry you home, whether it's tonight or 55 years down the road. Oh, I know there's so many ways this could go. Don't want you to wonder, darling, I need you to know. We were talking to the sunset, throwing dreams against the wall. I know none of them are stuck yet, but I bet it on you, honey. Oh, I would risk it all. These days, these nights, I'm changing my mind is set on you. I'm not afraid to say it's true. Oh, I hope you know I will carry you on, whether it's tonight or 55 years down the road. Oh, I know there's so many ways this can go. Don't want you to wonder, darling, I need you to know. If this ain't every day, every time. We were California dreaming. All lost in that car. Didn't have a bed to sleep in. We kept each other warm under a ceiling full of stars. These days, these nights, changing my mind set on you. I'm not afraid to say it. Whether it's tonight or 55 years down the road. Oh, I know
Kelli and John, you can make your way up to your table and have a seat. The rest of the members of the bridal party, you can also make your way to your tables and be seated as we get ready for our welcome and toasts. Friends and family, if I could have your attention once again, I'd like to call upon the mother of the bride. Come on, let's hear it for mother of the bride, Cheryl Bishop.
Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Cheryl, Kelly's mom. I want to thank you all for being here today to celebrate Kelly and Jack's special day. A big thank you to all those who traveled from afar. Someone needs to count how many different airlines are represented here tonight. I think we're only missing Alaska and Frontier. But seriously, we're truly blessed to be surrounded by such wonderful friends and family as we witness the beginning of this beautiful new chapter. And we are thinking of those family and friends who are unable to be here but are thinking of Kelly and John today. From the time Kelly was a little girl, she always had this remarkable determination. She could always solve puzzles faster and follow directions better than anyone else in the house. She was the only one who could figure out how to fold up and put our beach tent back in its tiny bag. That same determination has carried her through life's obstacles and led her to where she is today. As most of you know, Kelly pursued her dream of becoming an airline pilot. Not exactly the easiest career path. I watched her study for countless hours, overcome setbacks, and push through moments of doubt to earn her private pilot's license, become a commercial airline first officer, and now a captain. Each time I board a plane, I think about the incredible skill and responsibility that comes from her profession, and it makes me one proud mom. Kelly, your dedication to achieving your dreams while staying true to yourself has been one of my greatest joys to witness as your mother. Enter John. Though not without a false start, they met online. Yes, sometimes it does work. And their first date was actually canceled. But clearly, the universe knew they needed a second chance. What struck me most about John from the beginning was how he loves every part of Kelly, especially her wonderful quirkiness. He embraces her self-proclaimed nerdiness and even her attachment to her childhood Winnie the Pooh, her stuffed koala Sydney, and who's stuck by Kelly, thick and thin, and her imagination while posting travel photos for a tiny stuffed bear. Yes, a shameless plug for TBT. Like, follow, and subscribe. John, when I saw how you cherish the parts of Kelly that make her uniquely herself, I knew you were the one for her. Someone who sees and appreciates the amazing woman I've had the privilege to raise. Kelly and John, as you embark on this journey together, remember that marriage, like flying, is a flying plane, requires both technical skill and intuition. There will be clear skies and turbulence ahead. The most important thing is that you're each other's co-pilots through it all. Listen to each other, be patient with each other, and never forget to embrace the things that make each of you unique. Even if it's a ragged stuffed koala on a shelf or a tiny stuffed bear that has somehow developed a worldwide following. So everyone, please raise a glass with me. To Kelly and John, may your love continue to soar to new heights. May you navigate life's journey with kindness and understanding. And may you always find your way back to each other, even when the path isn't clear. To Kelly and John.
Thank you, Cheryl. Now, I'd like to call upon the groom's parents. Thomas and Elizabeth, let's hear it for the groom's parents. Come on,
occasion as the parents of Jonathan, we are filled with deep happiness and pride. From the moment he entered our lives, he brought us an abundance of joy and happiness. Watching him grow from a curious, determined, energetic child into the incredible man he is today has been one of our greatest blessings. John's dedication to his family, his unwavering loyalty to his friends, and of course, his passion for his hobbies, and most importantly, his love for Kelli, illustrate the kind of man he is. John's career is a path that's going to take a long time. He has completed the first 2 years of medical school. He is now pursuing a PhD in immuno-oncology. And then he will finish his last 2 years of medical school and go on to residency. When we talk to him about what he's working on, usually we get about 5 words out of the first paragraph, and the rest just goes right over our heads.
When John introduced us to Kelli, we quickly saw how special she is. Her warmth, kindness, and love for John were evident from the start. We could see that they complemented each other perfectly and brought out the best in each other. You have made our son incredibly happy, and we look forward to many wonderful moments together. A while ago, quite a while ago, John asked me how he would know when he found a young woman who was the one. My advice to him was to decide what he valued in that young woman. These are some of the characteristics he decided upon. To be his intellectual equal, to have a profession that she valued, to tolerate his hobbies, to love reading, to be curious about the world, and most importantly, to love him with all his quirks and foibles as he would love her. Quite a while later, John and I were at the Philadelphia outlets looking for sneakers. He was very poor. Hey Mom, do you want to come with me to the outlets? I knew what that meant. When he told me he had found the one, he wouldn't even tell me her first name because he didn't want to jinx it. So we waited and we waited.
Having watched him and Kelli's relationship grow in friendship and love, we are certain that this marriage will continue to strengthen throughout their lives. Dear Kelli, we welcome you to our family. You make our son incredibly happy, and we look forward to many happy moments together. God bless you both.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Messler. Your first course is served. You're more than welcome to enjoy it while the toasts are going on. We have 2 more to go. I'd like to call upon the maid of honor, Amy.
I know there are 2 airline tables. I have my little cheering section. You guys don't know, my name's Amy. I'm Kelly's little sister. I used to stand in front of people and blithering on and on about safety and all that stuff from flight attendants and all this airline. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. I didn't have And I remember Kelly got up to go to the bathroom, and I was like, oh gosh, this is my first time being alone with Kelly's new boyfriend. And I was like, what are we gonna talk about? And I started, since he's from Pennsylvania and I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, I started grilling him, saying, what do you call this couch? What do you call this? How do you say orange juice? And all that stuff. And we were just going back and forth saying, like, this is what I call this and this is what I call that. And that was our whole conversation while Kelly was in the bathroom. And I was like, you know what? I said, I was afraid it was going to be awkward and all that stuff. And I'm like, we get along so great. And I'm just so happy that Kelly's found John. And I'm just so happy for you both. I love you, John. And I'm so glad that Kelly found you. So thanks everybody for being here and celebrating them.
Thank you, Amy. I'd like to call upon the special person, Sarah.
So quick introduction for those who don't know me. I'm John's younger sibling, Sarah. I had to Google how to do a wedding speech, to be quite honest. And most of what the internet told me was to recount humiliating tales, but the boys annoyingly not very embarrassing. So what I would like to do is a slightly different take, which is make him squirm and try to say a bunch of really heartfelt things. So he's got to sit with how loved he is here. So when I was thinking about what I wanted to write for this speech, I was trying to think of a memory that felt like it really captured my relationship with my brother, and I kept thinking of the year that John went off to college. Rather than clamoring for the day our house might get an extra shower slot, I was dreading the day that he would leave. I remember so clearly one of my deepest concerns that when he was gone, I would lose my sense of humor, which was oddly specific. But I was really worried that when he left, I'd have nobody to beat jokes to death with anymore, and I'd just lose this shared love of the absurd and this really essential part of me. I didn't recognize it for what it was at the time, but my concern was that when John left, I'd lose something about myself that felt so fundamental and so completely attached to him and what we had together. Like many younger siblings, my brother John was my hero growing up. I literally do not have any memories of life where I didn't want to be just like him. I stole his clothes constantly, became insistently or instantly obsessed with Green Day and Bad Religion the second he became obsessed with them. Muscled my way through horror video games by reading from the guidebook for him, even though they terrified me. Doom 3, Resident Evil 4, and Dead Space are some highlights. The list was unnecessary, but that was more for John to get a shot of nostalgia than for anybody here. I love John so much that there was even a moment I briefly formed a ska band with him and actually some other folks at this wedding. We didn't even make it to the songwriting process, so any evidence of us having known how to skank, which is how you dance to ska music to be uninformed, remains mercifully undocumented. Beyond fun childhood nostalgia, John was always the person I would go to when anything in life felt overwhelming or difficult. I'd slip into his room where we'd talk or distract ourselves or go walk the cul-de-sac and just kind of shoot the shit until the coast was clear. John meant and means the world to me, and he was so much the entirety of my world for a very long time. As I was writing the speech, I started to parse and understand that when he left for college, as much as I was concerned about what life would be like without him on the daily for me, I was as concerned for him and what his life would be like without us on the daily. Not saying that we were always the most fun to be around for him, we definitely were not, but we loved this guy so fiercely. Who was going to do that for him now? So a few years ago, John visited Houston and we were talking about his dating life. He had gone on a few non-starter dates with some sommelier, which is very funny because he does not even drink wine, so somewhat doomed to fail. But he started to tell me about a pilot he was talking to. And maybe he doesn't remember this, but my guy was already sunk before the first date ever actually occurred. Things were already in motion from the first time he and this pilot spoke. I think we all know where this part of the story heads. When John met Kelli, you could tell something massive had shifted, but it was this type of profound change where there was a bizarre lack of fear. Because you just know that this is the person who John was meant to meet and meant to share his life with. And while she hasn't always been here, that feeling that it was just a matter of time. Kelli is one of the most wonderful people I have ever had the pleasure to know, and thankfully welcome into my family. She loves John the way you hope all of your people are loved, which is she loves him fiercely, and as he is, and for what he will become as they grow together. I love my brother dearly. I love my new sister Kelli dearly. Cheers to John and Kelli. I can't wait to see and be a part of this life you have chosen to lead together. I love you both very much.
Thank you, Sarah. I think everybody needs to raise their glass. So John and Kelli, congratulations. Friends and family, your first course has been served, so please enjoy your dinner. I'd like to let everyone know dinner this evening is by buffet, which is right outside on the patio area. Someone from the staff here will be around to let you know when it is your turn to go up to the buffet. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your dinner. Thank you.